I'm going to say it now, and I'll probably say it again later. First thing you're going to have to do is look past my terrible green screen. I don't really worry a lot about my footage. Plus, we're all kind of stuck inside right now. I don't really have the proper lights to do this. Really, what I'm just going to be showing you is how to make the effect look good. So whatever footage you've shot, that's what the effect is going to go on. So today I'm going to show you the time wiped effect, I guess. Basically from the Flash. It's shown several times. Probably most of you know it best from when Nora was erased from the timeline. This could probably be done a little bit better if we changed the colors in the underglow there. But this is a very easy effect to change. So I would assume anyone who took the time to look at this video probably knows their way around After Effects enough to change the effect to their liking. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you how I did it, and then you can change it however you like, obviously, for whatever you want to do. So let's just jump right into it. Alright, so I've imported my footage into After Effects, and I have two basic video clips right now. First, I have this clip right here, and then the second one is a background photo. So I'm going to green screen this out, and then I'm just going to be laying on here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the green screen layer, which is this. We're going to hit Pre-Compose, move all attributes into new composition. That's actually fairly important. We're going to go in here. We're going to do a couple things real quick. One, we're going to get rid of everything that's not the green screen. Like that. Next, we're going to go to Effects, Effect Controls. We're going to go to Solid Composite, drop it on. Make sure that it's one of the green screen colors. So grab the key picker and do that. And this is so that when you key this out, the entire thing goes transparent. Next, we're going to go in here and we're going to go to Key Light. Drop it on. Grab the green. Done with that. Go to Screen Matte. Clip at 79.9 and 80. Or whatever looks good for your clip, and I'll explain later. You are going to get that kind of yucky looking edge, but there's not a lot of ways around this in this effect, unfortunately. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to key that out and see what we've created. This transparency in the background, that's what we're going for. Now, we're going to drop in an effect to shatter me, because who needs me? We're going to switch the view to rendered. That way it's going to overlay the layer over the shattering. You can see it looks like bricks shattering. Well, that doesn't really work for the effect we're going for, so we're going to go to shape, change it from bricks to glass, and that gives it more of a shattery look. Then you have repetitions, which is the kind of the amount, sort of has to do with that. So we're going to change this to 50, and I found that kind of looks the best for this effect. You could change it however you want, obviously, but this is what I found is nice. Next thing is these things actually have height to them, and that's a little thick for what we're going for, so I've changed it to 0.08. That looks fairly good. All right, and next thing we're going to do is we're going to need that glow on the underneath of these things. That's very important for this effect. So we're going to have to create that blue glow. We're going to create a new solid. Drop it to the bottom, pre-compose. We're going to name this glow. Attributes into new composition, okay. Drop in the glow. Now we're going to throw an effect on here called fractal noise. Drop it on. You're going to see this. Now we're going to create a new solid. Now this solid is important. The color is going to be the color of the glow underneath. So whatever you want your glow color to be, let's say you wanted it to be red. You would go in here, change it to orange, change it to pink, change it to red, anything you want to do. I'm going to keep it blue for this effect. Click OK. Drop that one to the bottom, change the transfer mode for the original to screen, and then you're going to get that nice textured blue look. And this is just so it doesn't look too consistently solid. This gives it a little more realism. Not that this effect is real, but you get the point. So we're going to go back to the original footage here of me lying down, nicely keyed out. We're going to go into the shatter effect. We're going to go to textures, and you're going to go to back layer. Change it to glow. Now I know what you're thinking. Back layer? No, it's actually the underneath of these particles now. But for some reason it has this stupid effect to where if the back is transparent, it just throws it on there. Unfortunately, getting around this takes a minute. So we're going to go back into glow, and we're actually going to drop this out to be able to see our composites here. And you're going to be able to see basically all your compositions. So green screen comp 1 is what we're going to grab. And I probably should have named it something like me or something so it was easier to track in the video, but yeah, you always look back on things and think you could have done stuff better. All right, so we're going to go in here. We're going to go to key light again. And there is a reason I didn't just key out the original footage. Yes, there is. We're going to go in there, grab some color to key. Screen matte, we're going to do the exact same thing we did before, which I believe was 79.9 and 80. I know, it's not 79.9. I'm changing it. There you go. It is important that you key them in pretty much exactly the same, otherwise you're going to get a little edging around there when you overlay them together. All right, so we've keyed it. Now what do? We're going to go to solid composite. Make it something really easy to key, so green. Then we're going to go to key light again. Drop it in. We're going to pull out the green. Now I know what you're thinking, but wait, it's exactly the same. Okay, I know that also. Trust me, it is important. I know you don't think it is. It seems really dumb, but it actually is an important effect. Because the next thing we're going to do will actually make a difference. So we're going to go to invert alpha, and we're going to get this nice cookie cutter here, basically. Now, we're going to go back here into our main, or as main as it can be named. Okay, so next we're going to go here to glow. Now as you can see, it goes right into this composition. We actually don't want that. We want to be able to do one more thing to glow before it pulls it. So we're going to take glow, we're going to pre-compose it again, move all attributes, okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into glow, we're going to go to color, scroll down here for a second till we find it. It's always boring searching for them. Here we go. Change to color. From black to, make it something nice and easy to key. Unfortunately, we do have to key a lot in this effect. There we go. Then we're going to go ahead and hit key light. Key out that color again. This time, when we go back to our standard comp, now we have this. Back to the transparency, and it only shatters me. I know, that took a lot to just shatter me and have the blue underneath. If there's another way, please, someone hit me up because this takes a long time to do, honestly. All right, now, there's a couple more things we're going to do actually before we're done. First off, this blue looks good, but it's not glowing. So we're going to add a new adjustment layer, rename it to glow layer. So we're going to type in key light, drop it on. We're going to grab the blue. Then we're going to go to invert alpha. Then we're going to go to solid composite, set it to black. Now up here, this is very important in key light. Do not view final result, view intermediate result. Now everything changes to blue. Now that we've isolated just the blue so nothing else in the scene will glow, we're going to drop in the glow effect. Drop it in. Now you can start to see that glow. We're actually going to drop two of them in here. This one we're going to change the radius a bit, give it a nicer glow, a little bit more intensity. Ah, yes, okay. Pump up the lower intensities there. All right, and there's probably a better way to do this, honestly, but This is the best way that I could find right off the bat. So go ahead and set this to blend mode screen. And there you go. Pretty good effect. Fairly good. But it still doesn't look quite realistic how it flows around. And the reason is it just kind of blows out of me like a bomb. So that doesn't really hold true to what it originally looked like. So let's go in here to shatter. We're going to go to force 1, and that will be able the positioning of the force. We can move it around on my body. That's going to be a little bit later, but hang on. Physics, gravity. Gravity's actually fine, but the direction needs to be changed because these particles are actually going to float up and blow away from me. So kind of an effect like that, how they kind of float up in the air. Next, we're going to change rotation speed, set it pretty high. That way enough of these little things rotate around that you can actually see. There we go. One other thing while I'm in here, go into textures again and set the side layer to glow comp also. That way you get even more of this nice glow. Now you can start to see the effect taking shape a little bit better. Now we're going to go into force. That way it doesn't look like it's completely launching out of my body. And we're going to set it to 1. Nope, definitely not 12. 1. And take a look at that. Now you can see it starts to go up a little nicer. There we go. Looks a lot better. All right, so the final thing to get this to look proper is we have to set our force position. So we're going to keyframe it, and we're going to start it all the way down here. And then we're going to move up to that. And we're going to keyframe the position back over to right there. Just a little bit shy of the end. And then right when we end, we're going to come up there and basically just eat my face off for a super morbid effect. And that's usually how it is in the CW. It usually leaves the face last. And then you're going to see how it starts to eradicate me bit by bit, breaking off pieces of me as it goes, which I think looks pretty dang cool. This is on a quarter resolution just so it runs a little bit faster. I don't have that great of a computer. But imagine if it was full resolution, and if you were able to get the key cleaners around the edge proper, it would look awesome. Actually, let me pull this out a little bit more, just so you can see a little bit of it as it finishes. There you go. And that looks pretty good. I like that. All right. I'm sure you can tell some of the footage I shot is definitely not great lighting. It's pretty bad. Most of my effects on this channel are probably going to be like this. I know a lot of the better YouTubers that make these tutorials usually use really clean footage and have a lot of that stuff. I just don't have access to that type of stuff, nor do I really care, to be honest. It's more in how you do the effect. So I'm trying to make good looking effects. I'm not really worried about the footage. If the footage was what I was worried about, I would probably just get like some free stock footage or something. But yeah, so that honestly, that's probably going to be most of my effects. They're just going to be pretty bad footage. So I'm giving you a lot of room in this effect. Obviously, there's a lot of things that could be improved, but the base is completely here, and I have not seen any other tutorial about this particular effect. So I thought I'd throw a bit of my side of the story in there, I guess you could say, and make this effect. So I hope you like it. It took a while to make. And if you liked the video, please subscribe, thumbs up below.